for my UK friends, I'm in the grocery store car park, or as we call it, parking lot. This is for the HEB grocery store, typical in Texas. Just like this big old jerk. It's typical in Texas. Here's our cart return. I stopped in to buy flowers for a beautiful lady whose birthday, she is 100 years old. And going through this parking lot, I'm thinking about, here's my truck. Thinking about when I'm in the UK and I go to different places that have parking lots. Yes, my truck is dirty. Give me a break. I volunteer for a historic cemetery. I'm always mowing, and I'm always mowing. And when I get in the truck, I'm covered in grass clippings. And this is the cleanest my truck has been in a long time. So I got stuff in here. Everybody needs a torch for the Statue of Liberty, and everybody needs a crown for a Statue of Liberty. But this is the cleanest my truck has been in a long time. Let's take this little mini cart back to the cart corral and hope the wind does not shut my door. It's not locked, but the keys are in there and I'm nervous. We're in the country, so to speak. If I was West Houston, downtown Houston, the Woodlands, Conroe, Cross, I wouldn't walk away from my truck like this. I would not do that. Nope. And yeah, crime can happen anywhere, but another staple of Texas, Whataburger. Let's see if I can get in with one hand. You know what this is called? Let's see if I can get in with one hand and not fall again. I'm gonna put the camera down. Hey! Did it. Okay. Yeah, I'm heading to a birthday party for a lady who in 2 days
office in Houston Metro and
will be 100 years old. Let me turn on my extra fan in here. This is a USB. It might not seem like a lot, but it's got 3 levels on it. My AC works perfectly. But this is Texas, y'all. And let me put it in gear so you can see the temperature. It's 73. That's awesome. For Texas, that is awesome. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. For about 5-6 days now, we've had wonderful temperatures. Wonderful. My niece came to me last night and told me a dirty, dirty lie. She said it's going to be back in the 80s this week. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. I will not stand for that. It is November. Let's put it in reverse. So I'm heading to Baytown. It's a assisted living facility called Swan Manor. And when she moved in there literally a year ago, because when she moved in, it was just a couple days later, we had her 99th birthday party. But it's a cute little assisted living facility called Swan Manor. I hate that I have to go this way, dead into traffic. I don't want to record strangers. I know there's no perception of privacy in public, but I don't want to do that to people. People don't dress their best when they go to Walmart. I mean, HEB, I know I don't. But then again, this is Mont Bellevue, also known as Mont Bougie. Miss Lady, the 100-year-old, she used to live across the street from my house. Not directly across the street. There's a park across the street. But she lived like across the street and then over to the left. And she has lived there, I think she said, since 1972. She said she was the 4th house on the street. But I moved in. I bought the house to the end of 2008, I think it was. And I didn't meet her right away because I bought the house and I was still working overseas. And I was home on leave one time. This is going to be awesome. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to turn left because I-10, the freeway is on the left. And that's where I need to go. She came across the street one day and said hi and introduced herself. And she was just an absolute doll. Absolute doll. And ever since then, whenever I go to see her, when I used to go see her at her house, and then, of course, I go every single week to see her at Swan Manor. Before I leave, every time before I leave, she says, Sarah, the best thing I ever did was walk across the street. And that just gets me choked up every time. She's just an angel, an absolute angel. She has told me a few times the story of her birth. When she was born, very premature, they thought she was not going to survive the night. And matter of fact, the doctor, this was in 1926, the doctor came to their home to deliver her by horse and wagon. And she was so preemie, they really thought she was not going to survive. He put her in a box and set her on the back of the potbelly stove. And the next morning, she was still breathing. And whenever she tells me that story, she says, it's because of that, I believe I'm here for a reason. I believe that, you know, her husband died in 1995. She's been a widow since 1995, okay? Her only child was murdered. She says, I don't understand that situation. She has a daughter-in-law and a granddaughter, but since her husband was killed, her son was killed, she knows nothing of them. Nothing at all. She used to be a teacher. I'm going to put this camera down because a young lady is coming across wearing a sundress and the sun's shining through it. Bless her heart. It's too late to let her know. Just embarrass her. But she says she believes she's here for a reason. That God has her here this long for a reason, and I'm okay with that. Every time I see her, she says, I'm so tired, I'm so sore, I hurt so bad, I'm in pain. She can barely hear. Her vision is going, but she is an absolute delight. A delight. Absolute delight. I love her to death. She used to be a teacher. That was her profession. She was a teacher. And I said one day, I'm like, well, when did you retire? When did you stop teaching? And she said, I stopped teaching the day the students knew more than I did. I'm like, gotcha. Gotcha. I can just imagine that. I can imagine that. Let's get up on the freeway. This is I-10 West. I'm going west. You know, if you flip a UE, you'll be going east. And this will take you right to Florida. But you'll go through Beaumont, the Golden Triangle, and Louisiana before you get there. Supposed to enter in Texas, you're supposed to enter traffic at the speed that the traffic is moving. And this fella here is probably going to exit 146 to go to the chemical plants. A lot of them around here. I'm in Mont Belvieu, and 99 will take him to Mont Belvieu. I'm in Mont Belvieu, and it's known for all the chemical plants, and Mont Belvieu is on a salt dome. I don't know anything about what that means. I don't know a thing about it. When I was little and we would drive through Mont Belvieu, I didn't even know we were going through Mont Belvieu. We would go through on the way to Baytown to go to the mall or wherever, and every time we were about that same spot, one of our parents would say, you know, we're on a salt dome right now, right? I'm like, okay. Whatever that means. But are they mowing or is it stopped? I don't see anybody. Maybe they quit for Sunday. But anyway, I'll pick up some speed a little bit, even though I'm about to exit. I'm going to exit on Highway 146. If you turn right, you'll be going north. Then it'll take you to Dayton. Keep going. You'll go through Cleveland. Keep going. You'll go through, you'll get to Highway 59, which will take you to Livingston. However, if you were in an airplane, you kept going. If you go up here to 146, turn right, you'll go north. You'll keep going all the way to Dallas. And then for some unknown reason, you'll hit, I don't know why anybody would want to, but you'll hit Canada. Take that for what it is. But we're going to turn left on Highway 146, which will be taking us south to Baytown, because her assisted living facility is in Baytown. And I don't think we'll see the Fred Hartman Bridge, but if we were to go a little bit further, we would see the Fred Hartman Bridge. What are you going to do, buddy? What are you going to do? This lane ends, so I just go ahead and get over because it's going to end. What are you going to do? I hate to do this, but I'm going to get past him. I love those little Quonset hut looking things. Kind of cool. sleeve shirt, but I've got it rolled up. Rolled up. I had a salad today. I ate a big salad. I felt like Elaine from Seinfeld. It was a big salad. It was a cracked black pepper salad. And not only was it a big salad, I threw into the mix a whole cucumber. And it was delightful. It was so good. Levered it, turning left on Highway 146. Immediately on your left is going to be a shopping complex that includes Walmart, also known as Wally World. Walmart has gone through, I don't know, I think you call it a refit. They've gone through some sort of refit, and it's all new inside. It looks nice. And it's just different merchandising ways that they have not done before. They're behind the strip center. It is, Walmart is behind this strip. There it is. You can barely see it. It's gone through some sort of refit. Here is a fuel station, and I can't see how much gas is. I think it's $2.50 a gallon. I think that's how much it is. There's a Whataburger and a Wendy's here, and you're looking straight at Walmart. And to the left of Walmart is a shopping strip center. There is a Ross, Dress for Less. I think there's a bougie pet cleaning place with pet treats and supplies, and my niece has been there. She said it was way too expensive. But anyway, my family, we don't typically, quote unquote celebrate Halloween, but we love seeing little kids in costumes, and we've dressed in costumes before. But I put hurricane lanterns out. I put them upside down with the battery operated pillar candle under it. That way I can just leave them out there for a week, and when it rains it won't destroy the candle, and it won't make the hurricane lantern, and you can't tell from the street. From the street it looks like it's a hurricane lantern with a candle set inside it. Oh, I can't get over. The car next to me are going too fast. I get it, they're going to Dutch Brothers. Let's see, gas here is $2.23 a gallon. It's down since 2 days ago. I've never been to Bojangles Chicken before. I will check it out one day. But we had 5 trick-or-treaters. 5. And I saw some families posting on TikTok that they had 1,500 trick-or-treaters. Some had 2,000 trick-or-treaters. Well, we had 5. But you wouldn't know by the trash that was left in my driveway. We found, well, I guess it's too much to say trash. We found 5 pieces of candy in my driveway, and it's not even the kind like you would get rid of. It wasn't even like the gross candy, like the Andes chocolate. It was good candy. So I don't know, I guess little hands couldn't hold on to it or something like that. But anyway, it was nice. Even though it was just 5 kids, it was nice. And that 5 kids equaled two doorbell rings. So it was not a lot. And I spent about $40 on candy, and I still have most of it. So I don't know, maybe I'll use it in a dessert. It's like it's not a whole lot. It's Kit Kat M&Ms and the mini Reese's peanut butter cups. So maybe I'll collect those peanut butter cups and put them in brownies or something like that. Me and my girlies are gonna have Friendmas at my house this year, December 27th, where it'll be my bestie and her husband and her 2 sets of neighbors with their husband and another friend of ours. It's gonna be about 10 of us, and we do the Christmas gift exchange where you roll a dice and it tells you to either go left or right or open or steal or whatever. And so we're all bringing one gift value of $50, and oh boy, do I know what I'm going to get. And I'm not going to, even though none of them watch my YouTube, I ain't saying a word. I'm not putting it out into the universe because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. But not only, this is something that everybody will want. Everybody's going to want this. But once it's open, they'll want it. But while it's wrapped up, they're going to want it because they're going to think, oh, it's so big. It's got to be something great. Well, it will be great, but they will never guess what it is because when it's wrapped, it's a big fat rectangle box. And the item that it is, it's actually hollow, but it's something they're all going to want. So it's not like it's 100-pound, tool or something like that. But I'm going to wrap it where I'm going to roll up wads of tissue paper or cardboard or construction paper and tape it to the front and back, and so that when I wrap it, it's going to look more round. I'm going to completely change the shape of it. So even when it's wrapped, they're going to have no idea what it is. And even if I, don't do the extra stuff, they'll have no idea what it is. But I'm going to disguise it to where it'll be even more of a mystery. My aunt used to do this. My mom's sister used to do this because her boys were snoops, and they would always snoop to see what their Christmas gift was. And then they'd find stuff, and they didn't know if it was for them or their brothers, because she had 4 sons. So she would wrap everything totally opposite of what it was. Like the one I thought was the most clever was she got them all a pair of boots, but she wrapped them separately. Like, I don't mean separate pair of boots. I mean, she wrapped the left boot in one package, she wrapped the right boot in another one. And so one left boot was put in a tube, and then the right boot was put into a cookie tin, a round cookie tin. So they had no idea what these gifts were. Not a clue. I just thought that was really clever. So I tried to do that. But I'm not, as clever as she was. But anyway, I am taking this beautiful bouquet of flowers to my friend for her 100th birthday. And bless her, she fought so hard. She did not want this birthday party. Sippy. She did not want this birthday party. It's because she doesn't hear well, and when there's more than one person in the room, it's just a rumbling din of sound, and she can't hear anyone. And I cannot fathom how frustrating that must be for her. I understand it's probably very frustrating. So I talked her down. I'm like, it's not going to last forever. I'm so sorry, because she told me months ago she did not want to do anything. And I'm not in charge. I'm not the boss. She's got a longtime family friend that is like her daughter, who does everything for her, and she wants the best for her. She's not having a party for her to make her miserable. But I just told her, it's not going to last forever. I'm so sorry. Just, just get through 10 minutes at a time. 10 minutes will go by, then another 10 minutes, and another 10 minutes, and it's over, and you can come back to your room. But when I saw her last Sunday, she was just completely out of sorts. She was frowning, and she didn't feel good. And so I made up a story. I told her some awful gossip. I mean, some horrible gossip. And this woman had the biggest smile on her face. And she was laughing so hard. And she kept clutching her throat and gasping and putting her hand over her mouth, but she had the biggest grin on her. And I made that story up. I made it up. But I'm so glad I was able to turn her mood around. And oops, where are you going? Where are you going, bruh? Is that Reliant? No, I don't know what they are. This is the cemetery that this particular woman, her husband and her son are buried here. And the tombstone has her name on it. And several months ago, she asked me to come out here and clean it for her, and I did. But it's kind of weird that I pass by the cemetery every time I go to see her, and one day I won't be passing it. I'll be stopping there. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? So we're going to come in here and have a 100th birthday party. It started 2 minutes ago. I sent them a text and said I was running late. I don't expect them to hold anything for me. I'm not that important in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, here we go. It's a beautiful day. I think I've already said that. It's a beautiful day. But I take this little trip from my home to Baytown every single Sunday. There's been a couple I missed, like when me and my bestie went to Waco, and then September we went to Galveston, but I get back either a Monday or the following Sunday. But I love talking to her, and every now and then, if you go through my YouTubes, every now and then you'll see a short of me talking to her, and I don't ever show her face, but she told a story recently. And anyway, I'm talking too long. I talked way too long. This has been 20 minutes. I'm sorry. Y'all have a great Sunday. Bye.